What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. This is EJ Joyful Plans, and in this video I am flipping through all of the new guided journals from the Happy Planner. This is part of their winter 2022 release, and I have other items from this release. These were all sent to me by the Happy Planner. I have all of the undated planners, I have all of the sticker books, and I have the new Find Your Balance Be Happy box. So there are 4 total videos dedicated to the winter 2022 release, and I do have a playlist here for that. So if you're looking for anything else, go to my winter 2022 Happy Planner release playlist and you'll see everything else. I'm also trying to be really good about timestamps because I am doing these all together. So down in the description box for all of the videos, you will find timestamps so you can find the exact item you're looking for in the video. So let's talk about guided journals. They're a relatively new product from the Happy Planner. They first came out with this journaling one, which just basically became everyone's beloved yellow journal, the yellow one, the one with the yellow cover. That's the way it was referred to on social media because it was so popular, and then it sold out, and then they restocked it and it sold out again. Well, it is back. And so if you have missed it, the journaling guided journal is back. This one says, Hello Happy. It's got clear discs with gold glitter. Oh, and I apologize. We're going to get some ring light action on here, but this is this guy. So this is a repeat. Also re-releasing is the recovery guided journal. It says progress, not perfection. I already have a flip through on my channel of this from the release last year. So I will link the recovery journal down below. Check that out if you want to see what this looks like. I'm not going to flip through it again. But link is down below. So that leaves us with 4 new ones: goals, fitness, faith, and budget. And let's just get into them. Let's start with goals because it's on the bottom. Oh, let me also just say that the aesthetic of these, where they all have a solid color and then this like chalk paint writing, is so cute. Like, it feels like a curated collection of guided journals. I just love how they've designed these. So this first one is goals, and it comes in a really pretty light purple color. Plastic rose gold discs. And it says goal, plan, repeat. And since this is a goals layout, I'm willing to bet that this is going to be very similar to the Find Your Balance Be Happy box journal that we've seen. But let's find out. So we have is it terrazzo? Terrazzo tile on the inside. I love the colors. I love this pattern. It's what drew me to the yellow journal to begin with. When that came out last year, I was like, that vibe is so pretty. It is very pretty. So the first divider tab says goal getter with a painted marble kind of mustardy color. Same on this side. And then let me make sure we are in the frame. We are. This is actually the exact same layout as the layout of the Be Happy box guided journal. So if you are not interested in the Be Happy box, then this would be the journal to get if you wanted the journal, but not everything else in the box, though that would be kind of silly because the sticker book is gorgeous. I'd rather just do the bundle, but this is the same layout. It's going to be a little bit different because the design is different. So the other one had more of like a boho look to it. This is just much more colorful and, you know, has that terrazzo vibe. We have splotches down the spine in that colorway. And then the other thing different between this journal and the one from the Be Happy box is these boxes look to be shaded, whereas the other ones are not shaded. So the design is a little bit different, but I think the content is going to be the same. So at the top, you've got month of, this month's focus, and then 3 goals for the month. Let me get in a little bit closer. So I like that you identify 1 focus and then 3 goals, and then that is broken down even further with actions. Your little bullet list so you can check things off as you go. And then at the bottom, you have your reward. I said this in the Be Happy box unboxing, looking at this layout, that this is probably one of the most universally functional, clean, easy to understand. You don't have to decode it. Like, this is a very easy and accessible layout for anyone wanting to get into journaling. Guided journaling is a great entry point into journaling. If you're one of those people that is sitting, in your bed or sitting on the couch and you want to start journaling, but you don't know what to write, you don't know, what to put on the paper in front of you. Well, prompts help you along the way, and this is just a great way to get started. So I really like this monthly overview. And then on the back of that, we get a monthly habit tracker that could be related to your goals or might not be. I probably wouldn't use the habit tracker for the goals. I would just use it for whatever habits I want to track in that month. So you've got your month of, and then your little boxes for checklisting the completion of that habit every day, and then just an open notes section at the bottom in dot grid. I like that. I like that this is a standalone sheet because this can be Franken-planned. You could add this anywhere in your planner if you wanted to, combine journaling elements into your functional planner. You could take this and add this element into it. So then we get into the weekly goal setting layout. So we have the week of. This week's goals, just big dot grid section. Write a positive quote to follow this week. Important due dates this week. Setting a timeline will help hold you accountable. And then 3 things that can help you achieve your goals and 3 things that inspire you. I think, again, this is a very easy, prompted way to, get this all out of your head in an organized fashion. So you've got your monthly page, then you have your weekly page, and then you get into your dailies where you identify your main goal for the day. That's going to be universal across every day. You identify your main goal. And then this is going to change up a little bit and then alternate. So ways to help you achieve this goal: 3 positive daily reminders to yourself, 1 thing that made you feel hopeful today, and list 3 wins from today. So that is one layout for one day. And this is going to repeat every other day if it's anything like the other guided journal. For the second day, what is your main goal? Today's tasks: write an encouraging message to yourself, 1 thing you are grateful for today, and then 2 lessons you learned today. So I like that you do some goal setting at the top, and then you have reflections at the bottom, lessons learned and wins. So day, and then our next set of days. And let's see, this said write an encouraging message. Now we are writing a motivated message, but for the most part, the theme is going to be similar and alternate through the course of the week. So we're working through the week, and then at the end of the week, we have a check-in on the monthly goal. So what you'll do is go to the front, right? You identified your 3 goals. You're going to rewrite those 3 goals here with your monthly check-in, and you're going to mark off where you're at in progress of meeting that goal. 1 big milestone, 1 area to improve, and you do that for your 3 goals. I absolutely love this element of the journal. I feel like it breaks down goal setting in a very tangible way. And because this is at the end of the week, we know they're going to have us check in on our monthly goals at the end of every week, which is very, very smart. So we get into the next week. We set our goals. We do our journaling for every day of the week. And then at the end of the week, we do a monthly check-in on how we did. How are we progressing with that monthly goal at the end of week number 2? And that really is the vibe going through the whole journal. I'm guessing that we are going to see 4 months because we have 4 divider tabs. Let's just look and see what's at the end. Yeah, so at the end of the month, you have your monthly goal check-in. And ideally, we would see that progress has been made to 100% on each one. But if not, we're not going to beat ourselves up over it. I like that there is 1 dot grid page between the end of the month and the upcoming month. This can be used for, I don't know, goal setting or mapping out what goals you have, or a to-do list, and then thinking about how you can work through that over the course of the new month. It's really cute with that splattering down the spine, but otherwise very clean. There's no font on it, which I really appreciate. The next divider says difficult doesn't mean impossible. Dwell in possibility for the 3rd month. And then every morning you have 2 choices. Continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them. Very encouraging. I like that a lot. There is your back cover. And I guess this is the back cover, and then there's the inside back cover. I love this so much, I probably would flip it around and have this be the front cover because it's so cute. So that, my friends, is the Goals guided journal. Again, this is the same layout as what we've seen in the Happy Box. Let's look at the budget journal. This is really pretty. I love this color. Save now, spend later. And we have clear discs with silver glitter. Silver glitter. I'm interested to see how this compares to a budget planner. But we'll find out. I'm not a budgeting expert. Y'all know who to go to for that. So I think we're going to see a very similar layout where we have monthly, weekly, and maybe daily breakdown over the course of 4 months. So let's see. Okay, so this, I believe, is a standalone page at the front of the journal for setting your goals for the 4 months of this journal. So you're going to write in what the month is. So let's say you're starting in January, your goal for the month of January, and your action steps. And then you'll repeat it, or not repeat it, but for the next month, February, March, April, what your goal is and what the action steps are. And I know that that is a standalone because at the back of the Set Your Goals page, it's just dot grid. So this is another page like the other journal that you could take out and put in a different place in your planner if you're kind of wanting to merge different things together. If you have a budget planner, I'm not sure if they have a page like this in the budget planner. And so you could potentially put this in at the front of your budget planner. Okay, so now we have a bill schedule. Create a reference sheet for your bill due dates. This is very, very helpful. I gotta say, if you don't want to have a budget planner, this could be a really great alternative to kind of ease into budgeting. So you've got a nice long list for your bills and your due dates, and then you can check them off as you go. So you can make sure that you're paying off those things. I think that is excellent. Let's see if it's double-sided or if we get into something else. So again, this is a standalone. This bill schedule is a standalone, so you could add it to your existing planner because it just has dot grid on the back. So clearly, the folks at the Happy Planner, I think, are listening to us and how much we mix and match our planners, that they are not putting things, you know, on both sides that we might want to have separate. So bill schedule, totally separate. I like that. Okay, now we are into a debt tracker. Debt fluctuates, and that's okay. By logging your payments and transactions, it will show you what's going on with your accounts at a glance. So you're going to put your first debt right here for account, the interest rate, the beginning balance, and the ending balance after a 4-month period, right? Because this goes for 4 months. And then you've got your 4 months of this account being kind of worked through. So let's say this is my car loan, okay? Let's say car loan, the interest rate, my beginning balance. And then for the month of January, this is the balance and the payments for that auto loan. And then for February, same thing. March, April, same thing. And then did you pay it off? Now, the car loan example isn't great because it's more likely that you would be repeatedly having pluses and minuses for a credit card. So maybe let's just say this is my American Express. And then for the month of January, my pluses and minuses for, or my expenses for January in my American Express, February, and so on. And then at the end of the 4-month period, you get to check off whether or not you paid off that credit card. So my car example, not a good one. I do think that is meant to be for accounts that are actively in use because we've got that plus minus column. So we're figuring this out as we go, guys. I have not seen a flip through of this, so bear with me. But I like, we've got 1 account, 2 accounts, 3, 4. Okay, we've got 4 accounts. And this also is a standalone page. So then we get to a savings tracker, and it says tracking your savings helps you clarify and visualize your goals. Oh my goodness, this dog. Got a dream vacation to save for? Great, let's save. So what you're saving for, how much you need, the starting balance, and your goal for the 4-month period. What do you want to have at the end of the 4 months? And then same layout, your month, and then date, the amount, and the balance. Let's see, we've got this as a standalone as well. Although, no, this is a budget review. Check back each month to review your numbers. Is there anything you could have done differently to achieve a better outcome? Oh, so month 1, your income, your expenses, and your total saved, and how did you do? Is there anything you can improve on in the next month? And you do that over the course of 4 months. So this first section, that's why there's no divider here. So these are all of your like set up 4-month planning pages. And then over here, when we get into the 4 dividers, we have the actual journaling pages for each month, each week, each day. So plan to save is that divider. And then here is our monthly overview. What event or circumstances coming up this month that you know you will need to spend money on? Smart, very smart. You know, so if you have an anniversary coming up, you might want to put down your anniversary and the date and maybe what's going on with it. What can you do to adjust and save for that anniversary? And then things you want, things you actually, clever happy planner, things you actually need. I feel like that's a call out. There's a lot of things that we say that we need, but we don't actually need it. And then what can you give up, say no to, or let go this month? So there is our monthly kind of journaling reflection going into the month. And then also for the month over here, we have kind of like an income breakdown or transactions breakdown. So you've got a place at the top for logging your income. You've got your total income and expenses. So this is what you'd fill out at the end of the month, I would think, right? So your total income, your total expenses remaining. Or if you budgeted in advance and you know what your monthly income is and you know what your expenses are, you know what you have left. And maybe that goes into saving or it goes into investments. And then we have all of these categories pre-printed. You don't have to use these. You can throw a sticker over it, white it out, write something else out. But housing, food, utilities, personal, transportation, entertainment, medical, and other. So that's where you can log your expenses. Then we have a no spend tracker. Smart. Time for a challenge. Pick 2 items to avoid spending on during this month. Time for a challenge. Pick 2 items to avoid spending on. I don't know if that sentence is correct, but that's okay. Check it off along the way to keep you motivated. Don't spend on pens. Check it off as I go. Don't spend on makeup. Check it up as I go. I like that. How did the challenge go this month? Is there anything you can do to improve your outcome? Great work. Give yourself a high five. Oh, they're so encouraging. So you've got a no spend tracker for the month. And then that leads us into our weekly expenses. We've got an expense log, date, expense or description, the amount, and was it a need or a want? Accountability here, you got to identify it. Where do you deserve a gold star? And is there anything you should modify for next week? So there's your weekly expenses. Then we get into dailies. Where did you see temptation today? This is just an open blank white spot. And then how did you overcome it with dot grid? Daily gratitude and small victories. So here is that journaling element of budgeting. And I'm guessing All right, so this is going to be the same layout for every day of the week, but the prompts are slightly different. So this says, where did you see temptation? How did you overcome? This is, what is inspiring and motivating you to financially plan? What is one action step you can take to maintain that motivation? When you think about financial freedom, what comes to mind this week, and what small steps can you take this week to eventually reach that goal? Oh, and down here is also different. Lessons learned down here. And then on this day, it's small victories. So these are, you know what? These are all different. So I think the prompt, yes, the prompts are different for every day of the week. They're not repeating every other day. They are different for every day of the week. What positive habits have you adopted during your financial journey? How can you continue to hold yourself accountable for this habit? What small change did you make today? How was today different because of that change? What emotions do you feel when you spend money? That one. Whether those emotions are positive or negative, how can you work through them to achieve your goals? And then the last day of the week is reflect on the past week. Is there any constructive feedback you can give yourself for the coming week? That's nice. I like that. So those were the daily prompts, and then we get into our weekly expenses for the upcoming week, and it looks like these prompts are going to repeat in the next week. So that is a month's worth. Let's see if there's anything at the end of the month. No, it's a clean break dot grid and then a sheet of dot grid paper for whatever you want to do leading up into the next month. So that's really nice to have that in as a dividing point. Once you need less, you will have more. Pay your future self first. A budget is about giving every dollar a purpose. I like that. Let's see if there's anything special at the end. Nope, just that same dot grid page at the end. There is your inside back cover, and then we're just repeating the same color from the front. So that is the budget guided journal. All right, let's talk about the faith journal. This is on plastic, light blue discs, really pretty. And then the front cover says faith over fear. Got that nice terrazzo print. And we are starting with a prayer list. So this, let me take a look. This is a weekly. So you get one page of these a week, or one prayer list for the week. I think this is open for interpretation for how to use, because you've got a spot to put in the date, and then you can circle the day of the week, and there are 7 boxes. So you could put one prayer per box, and you pray for that thing on that day. So you put in the date and you circle the date. Or if you've got multiple prayer requests to consider, or you have just multiple things that you're mulling about with, you could put multiple things in each box. So I would get good use out of this by putting in multiple prayers per week. The reason it's important to write down prayer is because you can see how God's working in your life over the span of time. So I wish that I had been more consistent in logging my prayers when I was younger, because in my mind, I can rethink, like God answered prayer in this way or in that way. But seeing it in writing, like putting a prayer request down and seeing, how God works in that over time is really incredible. So I really like that this is included, and it's something I need to be more intentional with moving forward. But I really like this page. You get one for the week. How you use it, whether it's one prayer per day per box or multiple prayers per box, is entirely up to you. I love the colors in this guided journal. I just think they're so beautiful. They're soft, they're muted, but they're not weak and pastel-y. There's just something, life-giving to me on these. Okay, so here is your dailies, and it looks like every day you're going to put in the scripture that you're reading for the day. The top has a place where you put in the date, and then you circle the day of the week, and then scripture reading. How does the word speak to me? I'm seeing God's hand in. Today I'm finding hope in. What is one simple joy I experienced today? And list 3 blessings today. So that is one layout. Then for the next day, you're doing scripture reading again. And how does the word speak to me? So you're reflecting on the scripture. What did I learn or what did I hear while reading that scripture? And then who can I encourage today? Today I am rejoicing in this truth, praising him for this simple gift, and I am so grateful for. So really simple prompts to reflect on scripture and I guess the goodness and like God's blessing in your life every day. And I think that's really a good habit that we should be focusing on. So let's see, are we changing any prompts? So the first two are still scripture reading for today and how the word speaks to me. This is different. I need extra help in this area. I am learning to be patient with. Today was an opportunity to serve. Today I'm feeling blessed by. What is one answered prayer I'm seeing in my life? 3 joys I experienced today, praising him for this simple truth. 3 people that need a little encouragement. That's really a great prompt there. So the days are slightly different. Let's see these. Oh, this is different. Today I'm finding hope in. Today I'm rejoicing in this truth. And that is the end of the week. And then look at this. They end the week with a sermon notes page, which is actually genius. So it's kind of assuming that, and you could insert this anywhere within the week, but if you go to church on Sunday, so you work through your journal Monday through Sunday, and then at the end of the week, you have your sermon notes. So you've got your speaker, topic, date, key points and observations, key verses, questions I have. That's good. So that is meant to get your mind kind of open to diving deeper in and reflecting deeper and maybe getting back into the word after the Sunday service is over. So questions I have, and then a summary and an application. How am I going to apply this sermon to my life? I love that. So you have 4 months worth of sermon notes. That's pretty great. What I would do then, honestly, with this whole thing is, and now I'm thinking I might do this, is put on a deluxe cover so it's got a hard book cover. And then, yeah, you could very easily transport this to church for your sermon notes on Sunday. I like it. Oh, and then look at this. This is different. Week number and then a shaded box here. So this is, oh, it's additional writing space. So this is lined on the back. It says sermon notes. So if you're taking more notes, you can do that on the back. So you could also just take your notes and then when you get home, go back and do some of these reflections. And then that is going to repeat week after week. You've got your prayers, your daily prompts, and then your sermon notes at the end of the week. I love that. Let's take a look at the dividers. God is a promise keeper. More Jesus, more joy. Praying, believing, trusting. So those are your 4 monthly dividers. I really like this guided journal. I think this was very thoughtfully done. And it's really, really pretty. So I'm definitely going to incorporate this into my planner lineup for the new year, or my journal lineup for the new year. All right, friends, on to the next. All right, last of the new guided journals is this fitness one. It has rose gold plastic discs. It says, I'm worth the work, in a pretty teal cover. And we've got a dark terrazzo on the inside. Man, they really have like created a great collection here where everything like matches, and it makes me want to collect all of them as they come out and then just have like a nice display of like all the guided journals. They're doing something with this collectible style. Okay, fitness layout. We'll see what this looks like. So remember why you started. And okay, we go straight into a weekly. Let me give myself daily. All right, so we have a weekly goal setting page and then daily pages. So we put the week of 2 actions I can take to achieve my goal this week. And you put what the goal is, and then there's two two bullet lists or 2 bullets for the actions that you can take for your goal. Then what event or circumstance is coming up this week that might disrupt my routine? How can I prepare to stay on track? And then habits over here, habits to start this week, habits to stop this week. Who can I compliment and or encourage? That's something that's pretty consistent across all of these journals, is at least once a week, there is a prompt about encouraging others. And I think that that is a really excellent habit. We have habit trackers down at the bottom. So you would put what the habit is and then check it off as you do it each day. 3 opportunities for those. So there's your overview of the week. And then we get into the dailies. I love the terrazzo going down the spine. That is so pretty. I like that. So we have our daily workout. So you write down what your workout is going to be. You log your hours slept, your water intake, and then you have a meal tracker. And it looks like it's pre-divided. So let me show you this up close. It's pre-divided for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And then down at the bottom, calories in, calories burned. And then here's your journaling stuff. So you put in the date, how you're feeling. You can adjust the mouth. You know, if you're feeling grumpy, if you're smiley, you can adjust the face. Write down how you're feeling, what temptations and or challenges did I face today, what did I do to overcome them, and then you can rate your day. How did I do today from 1 to 5? You've got some stars that you can color in. Let's see if our dailies change at all. So you've got the how you're feeling. Ooh, this is different. How am I grateful for my body today? I am proud of myself for, and then you can rate yourself again. And then for every day, we have a column for your daily workout, the hours slept, your water intake, and your meal tracker with calories in and calories burned. So I'm guessing that for the week, every day, you have a different prompt, different journaling prompts. Everything else is the same. So workout, how you're feeling, hours slept, water intake, meal tracker, and then your journaling prompts here in the center change. Who or what is currently motivating me? What are some steps I can take to keep that motivation? What habit can I focus on improving? What are 2 action steps I can take to incorporate this habit into my daily routine? What was a highlight from today? What was a low moment? What foods and recipes have I been loving? What new techniques can I try to learn to keep me on track? And then last one, what is one thing I can let go of? And what is something I can do to help get past it? Those are great prompts. And then you have a weekly recap. How do I feel about my overall progress from the week? My proudest moment? What circumstances set me back? And what can I improve on for next week? And then you have a nice big open section for notes. You could also put photos here. If you're tracking any other sort of fitness or health related statistic, or measurement, you could put that in the notes for the end of the week, like a weigh-in or something like that. So that's great. And then this whole weekly recap is its own page. So it's got notes on the back, and this is another example of a page in these journals that you can pull out and Frankenplan and put it somewhere else in your planner if you wanted to separate it from the journal itself. So I love that. You have a weekly goal setting page with habits for the week. You have your weekly pages with journaling prompts, and then you have a weekly recap at the end of the week. So that is going to repeat for the month. Then we get into our next divider, positive energy, positive results, stop wishing, start working, and stronger than yesterday. And yep, just ends with that note page. So here is your inside back cover and the outside cover in the back. So that is the fitness. So that is those are the 4 new ones. Okay, we've got the fitness, the faith, the budget, and the goals. Then there were 2 re-releases. I'll just show those really quickly. I'm not going to do a flip through of this one because I already have done that. But this is the recovery one. It says progress, not perfection. And I will link the flip through of that down in the description box. The other was this one. I don't have a flip through up on this channel, but I know there are so many flip throughs of it. So I'm not going to go into a deep dive, but I'll just do a little quick flip. This is really like a mood journal. Lots of fun for those that just want fun, playfulness. They want to color in. This is very Bujo style. So I'll move quickly through this. You have your monthly goal. You have 2 habits you can set for the month, and then you could log them for each week. A read and watch list. You've got a month of to-dos and power words, 3 words that can help drive you to reach your goal for the month. Then you've got a letter to yourself at the start of the month. And then you get into your weekly priorities. How can you take action? How can you apply the power words to these priorities? So you're kind of going back to the original power words that you set at the front of the month. 3 things you're excited for this week, what you're listening to this week. Is listening to this bringing up any emotions or sparking any thoughts? And then here is our dailies, which will repeat in design, but look how pretty and Bujo it is. It's dot grid, and then it's got the boxes on top of it and the illustrations on top of it. So you can color away. You've got your mood for the day. How are you feeling? Give yourself a compliment. Create a positive affirmation. List 3 things that are inspiring you today. A little note to self, gratitude, mood of the day. So you're reflecting on your mood of the day every day. So this is a mood-focused guided journal. Then we change things up. The icons for coloring in are different for the mood. We've got rainbows. We've got coffee cups, doodle space, self-care checklist, kindness. What does this word mean to you and why? How can you apply this word into your daily life? And then we repeat the design, but I'm guessing that was inspiring and it was a different word previously. No, it's still inspiring. So these are going to just repeat. You've got your gratitude list, and then the week ends with a single sheet of dot grid. So you can write, you can doodle, you can color, you can draw, whatever you want to do with this spare page that is separating weeks. And again, gotta say it again, I love that they are putting these like dot grid pages in between sections so that you can Frankenplan with this. So you can pop this out and put it in another planner if you wanted to. Again, we have the week's priorities, and then we have the dailies. So that is the first month. Then we have the next divider, positive thinking, positive outcomes, purpose to have an attitude of gratitude, and think, reflect, discover, create, and grow. And then the inside back cover has that terrazzo design, and it's solid, that solid yellow kind of mustard color on the back. So that is all 6 of them. The recovery, the mood journal, the goals, budget, faith, and fitness. Wow, lots of journaling. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. I will link these items down below. They are affiliate links. If you do decide to shop, I hope you'll consider shopping with my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, but I do get a small referral commission off of your purchase. So thank you in advance for using those links. Come hang out with me on Instagram. My handle is ejjoyful_plans. It is always a good time. And if you want to see other items from the winter 2022 release or any of the previous releases over the last year from the Happy Planner, those are here on playlists on my channel. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. Reflect on your life and all the things that you have to be grateful for. There are so many things. If you take a look, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.